For some reason, I'm on an intuition streak, so how can you actually learn to trust your intuition? The most important thing about learning to trust your intuition is literally just being selfish. And not only is that going to help you with your intuition, it's also going to help you with literally everything in life. When you are more selfish, you have more time for yourself, you have more energy for yourself, and when you give that energy to yourself, when you give that love to yourself, when you give that care to yourself, you are able to give it to other people. So being selfish is the most selfless thing that you could possibly do. In order to be able to trust your intuition, you have to trust that you're always going to put yourself first, because you are the most important person in your life. You have to care for yourself, and you have to love yourself fully. If you can't trust yourself to do that, you will never be able to trust your intuition. You have to make sure that your body, your mind, your soul understands that you are always going to put yourself first, that you are never going to put yourself in a position where you can get hurt. And that isn't to say that you're not going to get hurt in this lifetime, because you will. That's part of the human experience. But that is to say that in order to trust yourself, you have to prove to yourself that you are trustworthy. Number 2, you have to know that the universe is forever and always rigged in your favor. That default sense of excitement and calm for when you know that you are going to be safe, healthy, secure, loved, supported, etc., is going to put you in a position where you can listen to yourself finally, when the thoughts of anxiety and what if this bad thing happens and what if that bad thing happens are no longer weighing you down, so that you can actually sit in the quiet and listen to what your gut is telling you. And a big thing about being able to do that is also being delusional, of allowing yourself to go to a safe space when things get tough, so that you can, again, go back to your breathing, go back to the calm, and go back to your intuition instead of continuously letting your thoughts rule you, especially the negative ones. And last but not least, learning to trust your intuition is not a privilege. Yes, it is easier for some people, but for everybody, even for people who know how to listen to their intuition, it is a practice. It will always be a practice. And that means that it takes trial, error, and discipline to actually be able to be calm enough to hear our gut instinct telling us where we are meant to be, what we're meant to do, who we're meant to trust. You have to be able to trust yourself to make mistakes, to guide you towards understanding when you were right intuitively, when you were wrong intuitively. Because making those mistakes, taking those risks, is what is going to make it easier for you to not be anxious anymore, because you know that you are going to be okay based on where your intuition is telling you that you are meant to be. And genuinely, the best way for you to start trusting your intuition is by allowing yourself to align with your highest pleasure. Allow yourself to be unapologetically your highest self. Be loud, make mistakes, be stupid, be human. Because when you can, at the core of it, not be perfect, and when you can trust yourself to actually make mistakes, but also know that you are going to be okay through them, you will be able to listen to yourself, trust yourself, listen to your intuition, and be overall better off. Live for yourself, make decisions that are good for you and not somebody else. By proving to yourself that you will always put yourself first, that you will always take care of your best self, the best version of yourself that you want to be, as well as your inner child, watch your intuition start whispering to you more and more, and watch your anxiety fall away.